What is going on, guys? It is your boy K-Mac here, back with you again with another one of these cartoon conspiracy theories. And this time is actually a really cool one that I came across the other day while I was surfing the internet. I thought, you know what, not better to bring to you guys than a really a good one that holds a lot of water. And it's an older cartoon. I'm not going to bullshit with you guys. I don't know really if it's even on TV anymore. It might be on Boomerang occasionally here and there, but it was really popular back in the day. And this theory makes a lot of sense to me, and it's really kind of creepy when you think about it. But what we're going to do today is the Smurfs Nazi theory, that the Smurfs are actually white supremacist KKK/Nazi members, and it makes a lot of sense when you actually look it down. And we're going to jump right into this one and go ahead and first example here. Now, the first sign of them being Nazi conspirators or, KKK members is how they all dress. They all dress in white. As you see here, they all have white on with white hoods. It kind of resembles, KKK, except for Papa Smurf, who wears red, as you see here, which is exactly what the leaders of the KKK wear. They wear only the leaders wear the colors. Like the leader of the clan or a specific guild of the clan wears red hoods or green hoods in some cases, but in most cases red hoods, just like Papa Smurf does. And it's pretty crazy. And also, if you notice that all the Smurfs are blue, which supports the ideology of the Aryan purity, which, they all of them having blue eyes, blonde hair, which is exactly what all Smurfs have. They're blue and no hair if they're a male, or they're blue with blonde hair if they're a female. Goes right along with Aryan Nazi ideals. Representation of the Smurfs could be a representation of Aryan race in a way. Really crazy to think about, but there's a little bit more to this theory. I'll go ahead and talk about that now. Take a look at the villain of the Smurfs, which is this Gargamel character. He's obviously being villainized as the quote-unquote evil Jew in the series. The really weird thing about this is he wants to catch the Smurfs and to turn them into what other than gold. Another, common Jewish stereotype. They're always looking to hoard money. This just lines up perfectly with, the whole Aryan thing they had going on before. And it's really weird when you actually think about how this character is being portrayed as an evil Jewish person trying to catch, the Aryan race and pretty much take their money by turning them into gold and take over the world and be the villain. And it lines up so weirdly perfectly with, the Aryan objectives of the final solution and all that crazy stuff that Hitler had going on in World War II. That it's just really scary that this made it onto the air, that these almost subliminal messages were being pumped into American youth. I'm sure this show was even in the 60s, maybe 70s, maybe, I'm not sure on that. Could be even be later than that. But even to know that this kind of stuff, like good messaging, made it into American mainstream media is crazy. When you think of these parallels when you look at it closely underneath the magnifying glass, that these parallels just totally line up, and it makes so perfect sense that this is, has even had a cat, even Gargamel's cat. It was named Azrael, which is the name for the angel of death in Islamic tradition. So that's another angle to add to this. I'm not really sure what that has to do with anything, but I want to throw that in there real quick. And one real quick piece of evidence on this theory, it's really kind of out there, but this is actually kind of fun, actually. It's a really good piece of fan fiction, is the Smurf Society. The way this is being portrayed is that they were not at one time all blue, but rather that all of the other colors, like the greens and whatever, all the yellows and pinks, were killed off to have the pure Aryan blue race. And this kind of lines up when you put the Snorks, it's another popular series back in this time period, which is basically just underwater Smurfs. And if you compare the two societies, the Snorks have multicolors, and the Smurfs are just all blue. But they're basically the same thing. Just one has a little thing because they're underwater. There's a little bit of evidence that shows that both of these societies didn't know about each other until, there's an episode where the Smurfs meet the Snorks, and they're all surprised because they're all blue. Well, that's only because their societies met post Holocaust in the Smurf society. So the Smurfs had already had their Holocaust and had already killed off all of the other colors, the pinks, the blues, not the blues because they are blue, but the pinks, the greens, the yellows, all the other colors that the Snorks have. That when they met the Smurfs, they do not have them because their society has already had a couple generations after their massive Holocaust, and they are only quote-unquote Aryans, they only have blue skin and they only have blonde hair, and it is the master race, so to say. And that's why when they two societies meet each other, they're all confused about the colors, why they're only blue and one of the other ones have colors. And that's why they pretty much don't like each other. But that's just one part of this theory. I know it's kind of a stretch for that one about the Snorks, but I thought I'd throw it in there just for fun because I thought it was a kind of funny part of this theory. But that is basically it for this theory, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys weren't too mad at me because I took a couple days off to go to work and get some stuff done. I didn't make a video for you guys last week. Sorry about that, but I will be getting back on track. I'm making a bunch of videos today so I can have them periodically put out to you guys on a good time schedule. I'm going to get back on my schedule of recording gameplays and recording for you guys. So if this video gets to 500 likes, it's the usual, I'll put out the next cartoon conspiracy theory, and it's a pretty good one. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it's a really good one, this next one I have ready for you guys. So if this video gets to 500 likes, I'll put it out a day early, so don't forget to drop a like. Also, if you guys could go ahead and drop a comment telling me which cartoons you want to see in future episodes. But before you do that, make sure you go over and check out my playlist of cartoon conspiracy theories videos, just so you guys aren't, suggesting cartoon videos that I've already made that you haven't seen yet. So go check those out. I've had about 20-25 of these videos, so very well may be that the one you want to see I've already made, and it can make your day if you guys go over and watch that. So go ahead and drop a comment, like I said, leave a like, and subscribe if you're new around here. But that's it for this episode, guys. Game the fuck on. Until next time, peace out. Alright, like I said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys could check out my previous video, some Battlefield 4 gameplay. It's pretty cool, another cartoon conspiracy theory. Like I said, this video gets 500 likes in a couple days, and I'll put out the next one a day early. And that's it, guys. Have a good day. Game the fuck on. Until next time, peace out.